Hello everyone, my name is Alex and let's talk gear. Today I've got a new amp to show you guys and it is this, hang on, incredibly awesome, tiny little orange amp. This is the Orange Micro Terror, and honestly it's absolutely awesome. What the Micro Terror is, it is a very scaled down, a very affordable version of the Orange Tiny Terror. This is it's a hybrid amp. What that means is that it has a one 12AX7 preamp tube in here, and then it has a 20-watt solid-state power amp. Excuse me. It's super loud, great, vintage orange tones, and great saturated sounds when you crank it up. It only has 3 knobs: a volume, a tone, and a gain. What I do love about orange amps, they don't necessarily always write, bass, middle, treb. What they do is, if you see on there on the tone, has a bass clef, 2 arrows going in 2 different directions, so the middle, and then a treble clef. It's kind of funny. But what we're going to do, I'm going to show you this here real quick. It's going to be going into my old PV 1x15 bass cab, actually, because the only problem I do have with these is that you can't really get great bass frequency out of it, at least out of a smaller cab. So we're going to partner it with that real quick, and with it, we're going to be playing my Jackson Kelly. What you need to know about this is a basswood guitar with stock Jackson pickups, maple neck, 24 frets, 24 3/4 inch scale length, tuned to D standard. And we're also going to have a tube screamer plugged in, because really this thing does need a tube screamer to really make itself come out and come to life. So I'm going to hook all this up, and we'll see how it sounds. Alright, so we've got the volume set at about, oh shoot, that went up, between 2 and 3 on the dial, so that's between 8 and 9 o'clock, if you're going clockwise here. The tone, we have set at about noon, and the gain about noon. Because it is a 1-channel amp, you have to turn the gain down and the volume up a little bit to get a good clean sound. Our tube screamer is off. We are in D standard, and we sound like this. Alright, let's fiddle with the tone knob here real quick. Turn it to about 10 there. And if we turn it the other way, the exact same amount, what it is the more you turn it to, if you're looking at the amp toward the right, the more the bass frequency you cut. If you turn it more to the left, the more the treble frequency you cut. This is what it sounds like with the bass cut. I honestly prefer that. We're going to leave that there. And now let's kick the gain in a little bit here. We're going to turn the volume down just a hair, and the gain up to just about max. And here's what we sound like. Let's turn the bass, turn the tone the other way. tone back to where I like it. And we're going to kick in the tube screamer here now. Now with the tube screamer, I have it's TS9 Ibanez tube screamer. So pretty much same EQ as on here. A level, a tone, and a gain. The gain is set about 3 o'clock, the level 3 o'clock, and the tone noon. So let's kick that in real quick, and you'll see this amp just come to life. One good way to get a good clean sound out of it too is to simply go to your guitar and knock your tone down a little bit and turn your volume down. And like anything else, the guitar will clean up. So that's what that sounds like through a 115, a bass cab. I wonder, if it sounds like that through a smaller cab, what would it sound like through a nice big 412? Let's find out. Okay, so that's the cab we're going through. Like always, it's a line 6 4x12. It should have some Celestian vintage 30s in it. And there's our orange amp. It's hooked into the back there. We're going on the right side, but the left side of the amp. So let's hear what that sounds like. Same thing, tube screamer, and let's get it. Okay, so to compensate for a bigger cab, so bigger volume, I have turned the volume down just a little bit. And we're back to our settings here with the tone at noon and the gain at noon. Back for our knockdown clean setting. And in that, here's what we sound like through 412. Real quick, with that clean setting, let's see what the tube screamer does. Same settings as before. Let's cut the tube screamer here and bring our tone up to where I like it here, about 1 o'clock, and bring that gain in. This This gives it such a nice harmonic sound too. Here's the tube screamer real quick. This is how I like running it. I think it just sounds great. So that is the orange Microterror 20-watt amp head. It's a fantastic amp. Really, you could gig with this amp. It's that loud. It's that great. It sounds just like a tube amp. It does all the stuff tube amps do. All you need is you get a good 2x12, and you could gig with this thing. You'd be loud enough to go over a drummer. Basically, what I gave you was the affordable version, affordable review, because this is here in America, this is $150 brand new. Most affordable guitars are made of basswood. This guitar only cost me close to $200. So that, let's say your cab costs you another somewhere between $150 and $200. So around a $500 setup, but that's a little more a little more affordable than $1,000 all valve amp and another $500 for a decent guitar. This gives you the power to gig and do everything that you want to do, that you really want to do, be the rock star you want to be on a smaller level. I really recommend you go check one out. Pick it up if you want to. I love mine. It's a fantastic little thing to pick up. I enjoyed talking to you guys. Have a good evening.